sports. Mark, you talked before the game about the tone that you all wanted to set. I'm just curious about Shai's role in that, but also the full team impact defensively early in this game.
Yep, I thought that was a huge key. As we mentioned before the game, we had gotten off to slow starts against this team. They'd outscored us by 26 points in first quarters, and then tonight I thought we did a great job executing on both ends of the floor, great awareness of the plan on both ends of the floor, and took a 9-point lead to the second quarter, which was huge.
Was part of the plan just to try to limit some of their kind of junk scoring? I think in the first half, they only had 4 combined second chance, fast break, and points off turnovers.
Yeah, it's a good recipe for any game, but obviously with their size at all their spots, it's important on the second chances. And then I thought we ran good offense and got good shots for the most part. I think we only had 7 turnovers or something in the first half, and we kind of controlled the game on that end of the floor and kept them out of transition. That was big.
This season you guys have had a lot of opportunities coming from behind. This is another chance for you all to have a commanding lead, have it threatened, and kind of stand in there. What did you think about the learning opportunity in a situation like this tonight, and how you handled it?
Yeah, it's hard to hold a lead for the whole game on the road the way we did tonight, and I thought the guys just did a great job of stacking possessions, especially in the second half. A team like that's going to make some noise, and they did at multiple different times, but we held them off with sound execution on both ends of the floor, which is the recipe for doing that.
J-Dub had his first game back after missing a couple. Just what did you think of him? Didn't seem like he was missing a beat at all out there.
No, he wasn't. I thought he had great juice, chose the spots offensively, did a great job defensively and on the glass. Just a great size out there. He's just a really playable player, whether he's involved in the fray on both ends or not. He's just a really sound, solid player, and I thought that was on display tonight.
And then the other Jalen Williams, J. Will, just a great matchup with Valanciunas. That's a really great experience for him. What are you seeing him kind of picking up on when he's getting those sort of experiences out there?
I thought he did a great job on Valanciunas. I thought everything Valanciunas got was earned. He was really physical with him, met him and got him off his spots. Did a good job on the glass, as we mentioned, with the first half. He had a lot to do with that, just battling that guy. And it kind of forced them into, playing away from Valanciunas down the stretch, which allowed us to go small. If Valanciunas was out there, we wouldn't have done that. And so, it had a domino effect on the game, as well as just the individual work he did on him.
Out of sports, Josh, the start tonight defensively seemed pretty emphatic. What was key for you all in the opening 6 minutes?
Yeah, that was a big emphasis for us. We knew the last 3 times we played these guys that outscored us heavily in the first quarter. And, obviously getting off to better starts has been a big thing for us. So I think, we were locked in from the jump. We made things tough. Lou did a great job on McCollum early on. For 48, but especially early on, made things tough for him. Weak side was locked in. Guys were helping off non-shooters. So we were really connected on the defensive end. I think that sparked us offensively. We got out of ram. We got transition points. Shai got downhill. He finished. He drew guys, kicked it out. So we had a lot of things going in that first quarter, and I think that set us up, for the rest of the game.
They, of course, made their charge in the fourth quarter. You had a stretch of 7 straight points. What were you kind of feeling in those moments when you hit the 3 and then you scored on the right and left side? Yeah,
just trying to make plays. They made a run, and the game of basketball is a game of runs. They're going to have theirs, we're going to have ours. And I think just trying to weather that storm down the stretch. You can't let it. They make 2-3 baskets in a row. You can't let it deflate you as a team. So we picked it up, just trying to keep us going offensively, keep the scoreboard ticking over. I think defensively, when we really locked in down the stretch, we got stops and did what we needed to. But we knew they were going to make their run. But I think we weathered the storm pretty well. And closed that game out the way we should have.
I know every one of these experiences is kind of a new, unique one for you all as a young team. What's it like having a 21-point lead, for, a big, significant lead on the road against a good team like that for the entirety of the game, and trying to maintain it and kind of playing from ahead in that way? Yeah,
it's great. It's a lot more fun when you're playing, with a lead opposed to, trying to chase a team down and get yourself out of a hole. And we started the game that way. Taking a 20-point, lead into the break is important. Momentum-wise, it gets you going as a team. You feel like, the energy's with you, and I think we kept that foot on the gas early in that third. We kind of traded baskets a little bit, but taking a 20-point lead, you take that any night, regardless of how it comes. And I think we did a good job of not taking our foot up, and playing through the finish line. So I think, 20-point lead at the halftime, you take that. But, credit to the guys. It would have been easy to kind of get comfortable, let the Pels back in the game. But, we kept that foot down, and closed the game out.
Jeff, can you talk a little bit more about what you felt out there on the defensive end from you guys? You forced 22 turnovers, you get 23 points off their turnovers. Meanwhile, you guys are taking care of the ball pretty well on your end. Just what did you feel on that end defensively?
Yeah, it started with our on-ball defense. I think we had a lot of on-ball pressure. We were active. Guys were getting hands in the lanes, forcing them to make tough passes. Our backside of our defense was excellent tonight. We rotated well. We closed out the shooters, and we knew a lot of their game is centered around, obviously without Brandon, CJ was going to have the ball in his hands and be playing in a lot of pick and rolls. So, guys were loaded. We were getting hands in the lane, getting deflection. So I think when we're playing like that, especially small ball, we have to be that way when we're switching 1 through 5. Guys are active, getting hands in the lanes. So when our defense is switched on like that, it sparks us out. It sparks our offense. And with 5 ball handlers out there, we can make plays in transition. It feels good to play that way when you're out running. You're not, bogged down at the half court.
And J-Dub back in the lineup for you guys after missing a couple of games. Just what was it like having him back out there, and just what did you see with him back on the floor?
Yeah, it was great to have him back. Obviously in Phoenix, we had a pretty undermanned squad. Shea, Dub both out, but it was good to have everyone back. Good to get a couple days rest as well in between the Phoenix game, get guys healthy. So this is an important game. This is a big game against a really good team. So and on the road as well. On the first night of a back-to-back. So big win tonight. And credit to the guys. As I said, we took a big lead but didn't take our foot off the gas. And hopefully that gives us some momentum going forward. And we've got another tough test tomorrow night.
We got one here.
Hey Josh, just on Shai, I know scoring in the 30s is not unusual for him, but he didn't attempt a three-pointer tonight, got 13 from the line. Could you just comment on what he did well to find that scoring in this particular game?
Yeah, he's done it all year. He's done it for a number of years now, and I think, obviously everyone's seen he's kind of gone away from the three. He hasn't shot a whole lot of them this year. But, his mid-range game is up there with the best in the league. He gets to his spots, and he's a lot bigger than his defender, typically, so he can raise up and shoot over the top. He's crafty on the block in the mid-post, finishes well, and he gets fouled a lot. So he's got a very deep bag. He's got a lot of weapons he goes to. And, you see, there's not a lot of guys in this league that can cover him one-on-one. And you see teams sending 2-3 guys at him. That's when it's up to us other guys around him to be able to make plays. But when he's hot, when he's getting to his spots and knocking down shots, he's probably the toughest player in the league to guard at this point. There's not a lot of guys that can stop him, and it's great for our team because when he gets hot, they have to send numbers at him, and that we're playing 3-on-2, 4-on-3 on the backside. So when he's in attack mode like that, it's great for our team.
Yeah.
J-Dub, I know it was only a couple of games, but just how did it feel to be back out there?
Good. I was winded the first 5 minutes of the game, but I've been staggering in the lineups a little more and kind of rotating, so it was good to kind of get my win back, and we won, so it's good.
Defensively, it seemed like you guys tried to set a tone just from the outset. What was the mindset coming into this game on that end of the floor?
We played them. This is our 4th time playing them. 3 of the other times, we kind of got off to a slow start, and then we played them really well towards the end of the game. So that was kind of our big focus, and we did a really good job of that. Just wanted to be physical without fouling. I think this is one of our best games that we've had doing that, and just kind of set the tone early, and that kind of carried over the rest of the game.
And then just they made a push down the stretch in the 4th quarter. Just what did it take during that stretch and to allow you guys to kind of pull it out at the end? Yeah,
time and score. I think kind of going back to what I just said, having that early start and that early lead. I think we ended halftime up 19. So, having them try and climb back from that, obviously it gave us a lot more of a cushion. And I thought we did a good job managing the clock too, so it kind of limited a lot of the possessions they had, even if they did make a push.
Nick Gallivan Sports, just wanted to see what you thought of specifically the way Shea defended in the first 5-6 minutes of the game. He had 3 steals, a block, tied up Valanciunas during that stretch.
He's he kind of does everything. His defense is a little underrated just because his offense is so high octane, but he's been doing stuff like that all year. Specifically, like you said, the first quarter I think really set the tone for kind of the rest of the team, made us play a little harder subconsciously, and yeah, just he's been kind of doing that all year. So it's good to kind of have that tonight.
Tell me about the behind the back lefty scoop.
Yeah, I was kind of working on it because I couldn't really use my right hand, so just kind of reinforced a lot of stuff going left. Yeah, I'm not going to give away too much because it probably get scouted, but yeah, I just kind of was working on my left hand the past like 4 days, so yeah.
But you do that though with both hands where you don't even really pick up the ball. How much work has gone into just that skill of being able to make that a fluid, solid motion?
I mean, a lot. I think stemming through a pre-draft, that was kind of the biggest thing was you're kind of going to get hit, so being able to kind of control my body and do stuff like that. Also have pretty big hands, so kind of being able to hold the ball off one is pretty easy.
And just want to ask you, there's so many kind of like broken floor plays, loose ball plays, and it's probably a bit of a cliche, but just did you feel the hunger from your team tonight on getting those 50-50 balls?
Yeah, especially first quarter. I thought we picked up a lot of those, or just even being able to tie the ball up and kind of make those plays. I think over the course of the game, that kind of wears a team down if you're kind of able to win a lot of the 50-50 balls, and I think we kind of were able to do that tonight.